Story number 6 of how Greg found his winning edge in inspirational leadership. Our impact on others. I was managing a warehouse in Corbin, Kentucky. I was around 31 years old, and I get excited and I get loud sometimes, and we have to understand the impact that has on people. So I was all fired up. We made all these improvements, and I was encouraging everyone, and my voice got loud. Imagine that. I walk away, I come by, I find a guy, he's standing next to a warehouse rack, and he's crying. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Nothing." I said, "Have I done something wrong?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Will you tell me?" He said, "No," and I talked him into it, and he said, "You yelled at me." And automatically, I did like any human. Well, I was not yelling at you, I was just excited. He said, "No, you yelled at me." And I said, "Okay, I'm sorry." Then he opened up to me. See, I had to get authentic and vulnerable with myself to get him to open up to me. Inspiration. He told me, he said, "Hey, when someone yelled at me, my dad hit me next." So my impact on him, in my heart, I was encouraging him to, hey, you're doing good and you're improving. But his interpretation, his impact is that he might get hit next. Wow. So we both just started crying, and we stood there and we hugged. And I said, "Hey, will you help me deal with this? Will you help me?" He looked at me funny. He said, like, "You want me to help you?" I said, "Yes, help me." I became vulnerable again. And I said, "Hey, if I get too loud," because I know who I am, you got to know who you are. Next time I get excited, I'm going to get loud, and I could trigger him again. So I asked him, "Hey, when I do that, just raise your hand and I'll tone it down." Next time, probably a month ago, I got excited. He was in the back row. He raised his hand, big old smile came in his face. I just toned it down a little bit. Because we're trying to get him to take another step. We're trying to get him to do things that he can't do by themselves. And I've got to be able to relate to him. I've got to be able to relate to everybody. But I got to understand, how do I impact people? Hey, my motive is good. My process is wrong based upon his interpretation. For us to inspire people, we get very in tune to that. And I guarantee if you get in tune to that for each individual person, and if you'll ask feedback from them, you will understand your impact, and I guarantee you can grow that impact. Hey, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We'll be back for more. God bless you all. Well, let's grow. Thank you.